Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Neil Gray has been accused of being asleep at the wheel because thousands of more people are waiting more than 4 hours just to get in to A&E in Scotland. I don't think that's a fair comparison. To assume he's asleep at the wheel would be to assume that he's driving the bus. Nobody is driving the bus. He's not the health minister. He is in name only, of course, but he's not running. He's not driving the bus. He's not at the steering wheel. He's in the back pushing this clapped out, 3 flat tyres, engine choking with smoke, and it's Swinney sitting in the driving seat. So it's unfair, I think, to blame Gray because he's no longer in control. But he is the one that's going to get the criticism because he pretends he's in control. Number of Scots being seen at A&E within the 4-hour time frame as that target, it's dropped again, and we haven't even got to winter yet. Critics are saying that the SNP's Health Secretary Neil Gray, who the hell's Neil Gregg? Neil Gray, is just not up to the job. He should be fired and get someone else in who knows what they're doing. Trouble is, this is the SNP. Nobody knows what they're doing about anything. Just 61% of patients at A&E departments were seen within 4 hours, down from 63 the week before. 13% of patients waited more than 8 hours, and nearly 6% waited more than 12 hours. All of these figures are bad, aren't they? They're all terrible. There's no excuse for it. Well, they've got money to wank away on independence, on pretending embassies, on all the other court cases to prove that men can have, vaginas and women can have penises and all this sort of thing. They could have hired a few more doctors, a few more nurses. Just think, 1 doctor in every A&E department, 2 nurses in every A&E department. My God, that waiting list would be down, and it's something you could actually be proud of instead of pissing it in the wind. Over immigration. Over independence, which is never going to happen. Now, Sandesh Gillane described these figures as both atrocious and a national disgrace, and said they were a damning indictment of the SNP's continued mismanagement of the health service. He says winter's around the corner, and it's going to get a lot worse. But Swinney and Gray still haven't set out a plan on how to get the service through these difficult 3 or 4 months. And he's absolutely bang on. How bad is it going to get? I'm going to tell you now, the death rates in Scotland over this winter will probably be the highest for many, many years. And if there's a bad winter and you do get like a lot of snow, or more snow than average, say, or the temperatures drop slightly further than average, it's going to get even worse. You'll be churning the bodies out through the door of A&E because people will literally be dying in a chair waiting. And it shouldn't happen. And it can be stopped if you had a government that actually wanted to look after the people and not pull a pissy agenda of independence. Let me know what you think. Thanks very much.